Hi, my name is Kelsey Johnson, and I am a Catholic counselor, and I work for Abide Counseling here in the Bryan College Station area. I'm here today to talk with you about 3 ways to care for yourself during this wonderful, crazy time of the corona pandemic. So let's just start with a somewhat easy but also difficult one: breathing. So whenever we breathe, it resets our nervous system. There's 2 ways that our nervous system is functioning. We are either in the rest or digest stage, where we are feeling comfortable, our body is at rest and feels safe, or we are in fight, flight, or freeze mode, which is when our body detects some kind of threat going on and it's preparing itself to protect itself in whatever way it feels necessary. Now, what determines if we are in that rest state or that fight, flight, or freeze state is our breath. So we actually have this huge power over our functioning by breathing. So whenever you find yourselves in those moments when you feel the tension in your chest, it's difficult to breathe, you maybe feel the walls closing in on you, feel that sense of panic. That may be because the baby is crying. That may be because your children are talking to you about, some story that they've told you a million times already, and you're just about to lose it. Whatever that may be, when you take a second to breathe, not just one breath, not just 2 breaths, but a good couple minutes, however long it takes, really. It may take 30 minutes of breathing, and that's going to reset your nervous system, put you into that rest state. And that's when you can get back to the logical side of your brain, and you can start to use that logic and not be controlled by emotion. Our emotions are good, they're helpful, but they're not made to run the show. So we want to be able to use them for what they're made for, but also access that logical part of our brain, which brings us to number 2, which is name your feelings. Those feelings are so important. And there's a lot of them going on all the time. But if we don't take the time to recognize what those feelings are and put a name to them, they will run the show. Just like a toddler. They're cute, you love them. And when you're going on a trip, you want them in the car with you, but you're not going to let them drive the car. You're going to put them in the back seats, in the car seat, where they're safe and they're great and fun to look at, but they're not driving the car. Same with your emotions. So when you take the time to name your emotions, it gives you the power and you the control. Really simply, what this might look like for my family, we have the list printed on our fridge. There's a great list from Brene Brown. She's done research on this topic. She's got a list of about 30 on her website. And if I'm feeling really caught up in an emotion, I can go over to that list and name, okay, I'm feeling disappointed, I'm feeling frustrated, I'm feeling angry, and it gives me the power. And then lastly, it's really important that we make the time to reflect on what has been going on all around us. Normally in our lives, we have seasons that end, seasons that change. It's become really apparent that this season of Corona is not just going to have some nice, clean, pretty ending. So we have to be intentional about making that time to reflect, because we're not going to have that ending to trigger us to reflect. So we've all learned things, we've all changed, we've all grown in so many ways. So I would challenge you to take the time to think about, what have I learned? How have I changed? And what do I want to take away from this season of life? What has been good that I want to continue? Maybe that's being less busy. Maybe that's really making that intentional time to connect with family and friends, whatever that may be. So I would encourage you to take that time to breathe, reflect on your feelings, and reflect.